You are not just anybody. You were chosen. And what you carry inside of you is divine. This is not just about your body. It's about your identity, your worth, your eternal purpose. The world wants to strip that away. It wants to reduce you to skin, desire, and momentary pleasure. But heaven sees something deeper. Heaven sees a temple. You've been lied to. Told that your body is yours to use however you want, that sex is casual, that nothing really matters. But listen carefully. That's the oldest trick of the enemy, to convince you that something holy is just ordinary. And I'm here to break that lie right now. Because the truth is, your body was never made for common use. It was never designed to be passed around. It was crafted by the hands of the Creator himself, to carry glory, to carry presence, to carry fire. This is why the battle is so fierce. This is why temptation screams louder in the silence. Because the enemy knows, if you ever understood how sacred you are, he'd lose all control over you. So listen, if your soul feels like it's been fractured, if your body has been treated like something cheap, if your spirit is crying out for something more, it's not random. It's because you were chosen. You were born to walk in purity, not shame, to carry presence, not regret. And today, everything can change. But first, if your heart is already burning, if you feel this word piercing through every lie you've believed, hit the like button right now. Subscribe if you haven't already. And comment 99s below. Why 99? Because Jesus leaves the 99 to find the one. And today, heaven came looking for you. Are you ready to discover the truth about your body, your calling, and your divine purpose? Let's go deeper. Your body is not empty space. It is not a shell. It is not a playground for the flesh. It is a sanctuary. Corinthians 6:19 doesn't whisper this truth. It declares it. Your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit. Let that settle into your soul. You don't just believe in God. You host him. The same Spirit that hovered over the waters in Genesis. The same Spirit that raised Christ from the dead. Now lives in you, walks in you, breathes in you. That means every step you take is holy ground. Every heartbeat is a rhythm of heaven. Every breath you draw is a reminder. You were made for more. So let me ask you something. Would you walk into the Holy of Holies with stained hands? Would you defile a sacred altar with meaningless acts? No. Then why do we invite what is unclean into what is divine? The problem isn't just sin. It's forgetfulness. You forgot what you carry. You forgot who you are. You forgot that angels stand in awe of what lives inside you. And this is exactly what the enemy wants. Because if he can get you to see your body as common, then you'll treat it like it has no value. But now you know. Now you've remembered. You're not a consumer of pleasure. You're a vessel of glory. And maybe that's why the attacks have been so specific. Why the temptations feel so personal. Because darkness always tries to invade where light was meant to dwell. So ask yourself this. If God's presence lives in you, what else have you been allowing to live there too? Stay with me. Because what I'm about to reveal next could shatter every lie that's been planted in your identity. The world has dressed up lust in gold and glitter. It sells it like freedom, markets it as empowerment. But behind the flashing lights and empty promises lies a slow death of the soul. Sex, stripped of covenant, becomes a weapon. Not against the body, but against the spirit. Every time you give yourself away without sacred covering, it's not just skin that touches skin. It's soul, rubbing against soul, spirit, entangling with spirit. But here's what they won't tell you. Every connection leaves a fingerprint, a residue, a mark. And when there's no commitment to protect it, it doesn't leave you full. it leaves you fragmented. Pieces of your identity scattered in bedrooms, in memories you try to forget, in names you don't even remember. You weren't created for that. You weren't designed to be sampled, tested, or tossed aside. You were made for covenant, for a union that mirrors heaven, one that's sealed, not rented, holy, not hollow, eternal, not disposable. But here's the danger. When you normalize what is sacred, you desensitize yourself to what is divine. Suddenly, what once stirred your spirit now feels numb. What once made your heart tremble barely moves you anymore. That numbness, it's not protection. It's not maturity. It's evidence that something sacred has been slowly destroyed. And yet, even in the ruins, God still calls your name, because even broken temples can be rebuilt. Even scattered souls can be gathered again. But before restoration begins, you have to ask, what have I called freedom? That was actually slow destruction in disguise. Don't look away now, because in the next moment we're going to unlock a truth that religion never told you, but heaven has been waiting for you to hear. You were never meant to blend in. You were never meant to settle. You were never meant to live a life that looks like everyone else's, because you were chosen for more. Before your name was ever spoken on earth, it was whispered in heaven. God didn't mass-produce you. He handcrafted you, intentionally, delicately, with eternity in mind. Your body, designed to host glory. Your soul, wired for deep connection with the Creator. Your spirit, calibrated to respond to divine frequencies this world can't understand. But here's where it gets dangerous. When you forget you're chosen, you start chasing what was never meant for you. You try to fit in places where your anointing won't let you breathe. You follow trends that your spirit was never meant to imitate. You call things normal, that heaven labeled as toxic. Let me tell you something that might shake you. What culture calls freedom, God sometimes calls chains. And what the world sees as harmless could be what's draining your fire, distorting your clarity, and silencing your purpose. You were called to walk differently, to love differently, to live with a weight of glory that demands discipline, not compromise. So if you feel like you never quite fit in, that's not rejection. That's proof. Proof that you were marked. Proof that you were set apart. Proof that heaven put something on your life that this world cannot copy, cannot contain, and cannot cancel. And maybe, just maybe, every battle you fought, every temptation that's tried to drown you, every wound that tried to make you forget who you are, was all part of a cosmic strategy to keep you from stepping into your chosen identity. But here you are, and something deep in you already knows. You weren't born for average. You weren't built for compromise. So let me ask you this. What if the emptiness you've been feeling is really your calling trying to wake you up? We're not done, because in the next breath, we're going to confront a lie so deeply rooted, most people never even realize they're living under its weight. Let's get one thing straight. Purity is not about pretending you've never fallen. It's not about flawless records or living squeaky clean for the approval of others, because God, He doesn't deal in perfection. He deals in purpose. Maybe you've crossed lines you swore you never would. Maybe your past is stained with choices that still haunt you. Maybe you've been used. Or maybe you were the one doing the using. But hear this loud and clear. God is not here to shame you. He's here to restore you, to redeem what the world tried to ruin, to rebuild what you thought was too far gone. Purity isn't about where you've been. It's about where you're going. It's about waking up and realizing, my life still carries divine purpose, even after the fall. You see, the enemy wants you stuck in cycles of guilt. He wants your shame to silence your destiny. But heaven isn't looking at your failures. Heaven is looking at your future. And God says, I can work with broken. I can work with scarred. Just give me your yes. Purity is a decision, a sacred revolt against the lies you once believed. It's saying, I refuse to let my past define my future. And no matter what you've done, you can start over. Right now. Not cleaned up, not perfect, just willing. Because when you choose purity, you're not just choosing discipline, you're choosing alignment. You're choosing clarity. You're choosing to walk in power that the world can't touch and hell can't stop. So pause and ask yourself, what would shift in your life if you stopped chasing perfection and started embracing your divine purpose? Stay close, because what comes next might be the very revelation your heart has been begging for in the dark. You don't have to wait until you feel ready. You don't need a stage. You don't need candles. You don't need a priest. You just need a moment of surrender, right here, right now. God is not waiting at the finish line. He's standing in the middle of your mess with open arms, whispering, let me in again. You've let so many voices speak over your body. Lust, shame, regret, comparison. But today you get to silence all of them and invite the only voice that brings life. Say it, not in your mind, from your spirit. God, I give you my body. Make it holy again, not by my strength, but by your spirit. Come and dwell here. Let my skin carry your presence. Let my breath echo your glory. Let every part of me burn with what is sacred. This isn't about behavior modification. This is about spiritual transformation. Because when you invite God back into your body, He doesn't come to visit. He comes to reclaim. Every broken place, every buried memory, every ache you thought would never heal, He touches it all and calls it holy again. You don't have to earn it, just receive it. You're not rebuilding alone. He's the architect. You're the temple. So ask yourself this. If your body truly becomes His dwelling place from this moment on, what kind of life are you about to live? But don't go anywhere yet. Because what I'm about to say in the final words of this video might be the breakthrough you never knew you needed. You are not a mistake. You are not a number. You are not flesh waiting to be consumed. You are fire wrapped in skin. You are royalty disguised in dust. You are heaven's architecture walking the earth. You are a temple, chosen, set apart, marked by eternity. And no matter what the world has called you, no matter what your past has whispered, no matter what shame tried to tattoo on your soul, God's voice is louder. And He says, you are mine. You are holy. You are home. Let that sink in. You are not empty. You are not lost. You are not too far gone. You are filled. You are found. You are being rebuilt into something the enemy cannot touch. So stand tall. Lift your head. Walk like someone who carries the presence of God in every breath. Because you do. The war for your purity wasn't about your pleasure. It was about your power. Now take it back. Reclaim every inch. Sanctify every step. And as you go, let the world see something in you that they can't explain. Let them look at your life and realize what is holy can never be made common. If this word pierced your soul, type in the comments, my body is His temple. Let every demon know, let your future know, let your own heart know, you belong to God, fully, forever. God bless your mind, God bless your heart, and God bless your body, you are His. Now go walk like it, and never forget, temples don't bow to culture. They carry the king.